Julio Jones signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I wouldn't say I'm surprised. I was wondering why he was holding out for so long. I guess he didn't get the offers that he expected. So he said, if I'm going to play for 1 year, let me go ahead and go play with Tampa, with Tom Brady. I mean, like I said, I'm not surprised at all. They added Kyle Rudolph for a 1 year deal also. So it's right now it's kind of looking like all the older players are coming together to go play in Tampa. You know, ring chasing. I don't blame them, especially Julio. You know, he's been so good for so long. You know, and the last couple of years haven't been looking so great. And you want to get the best out of your last couple of years that you have in the league. And he's trying to optimize it. You know, he did the same thing when he went to Tennessee. You know, Tennessee ended up being the number 1 seed in the AFC last year. You know, they got the number 1 running back in the game and Derrick Henry. So I'm not surprised that he wanted to go there. I thought he was going to play better. He did not play better. He didn't play up to expectations. Didn't re-sign him. Obviously, they traded A.J. Brown away. So I don't even know what Tennessee is going to be looking like this year. I might have to cover them and figure out what their schedule is looking like and give my prediction on what their, you know, finishing record is. But that's besides the point. Let's go back to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, you know, they're slowly but surely becoming the favorite in the NFC right now. Losing guys like, you know, Devontae Adams for the Packers definitely hindered their chances this year to make it to the Super Bowl. I feel like they did draft a receiver in the second round. Is he going to be Devontae Adams? I don't think so. Does he have the capability of becoming a great player later on? Who knows? You never know with these drafts. Some guys have, you know, high ceilings, and then they end up not fulfilling that ceiling. And then there's guys that you weren't even expecting to blow up, and next thing you know, they're turning into household names. Guys get passed on. So the draft is just one of those tricky situations where, you know, a lot of things come into play. Your GM, your coaching staff, you know, your quarterback, all that comes into play. Franchise, all that. But yeah, Tampa Bay picking up Julio is a big pickup for them. The days of seeing Julio of old is over. He's going to be the third option on this team, at least receivers wise. So we're looking at maybe 600 to 800 yards, somewhere in between that, if he stays healthy. If he doesn't stay healthy, he might get somewhere in between 5 to 7, 5 to 6, maybe even a little less than that, depending on, you know, if he can stay healthy for the rest of the season. You know, Tom Brady is going to get him the ball. He's a guy that spreads the ball around. But Antonio Brown, he didn't really get 1,000 yards playing with them. So that tells you the third option does get the ball thrown to him, but it ain't a consistent thing. The two guys that are, for the most part, getting most of the targets are going to be Godwin and Evans. They have Leonard Fournette running the ball for them. I covered him on the last episode. You know, hopefully he'll get it together. But right now, my early Super Bowl pick is looking like it might be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the NFC. There's no other team in the NFC that really make moves like that in this offseason. Besides, obviously, drafts. Like, you know, you got Philly that made a splash in the 2022 draft. Do I now make him a favorite in the NFC? No. I have to give it to Tampa Bay. But you never know. Sometimes the collection of a bunch of, old and good players might backfire on you. But at this moment, it looks like it's a good move for both parties. Julio gets a chance to be able to win a ring before his career ends, because I think he only has a couple of more years left. But can you still get production out of him? You definitely can. Julio, I mean, if he has a real good season, he might be able to get maybe a 2-year deal or a 3-year deal, depending on what team he goes to. If he chooses to stay with Tampa, they might continue giving him 1-year deals. Because it's hard to lock in on a receiver that's in this later stage of his career and has been plagued with injuries.